it's James here from GoodGuitarist.com, and I noticed you downloaded my free ebook, and I just want to thank you so much for that. It's going to help you out a ton with the initial phases and getting past that stuff, learning some chord shapes, strumming patterns, all the stuff you need to get into guitar. And speaking of all the stuff you need to get into guitar, I'm wondering if you've also had a chance to check out my beginner's course. And if you have, I really want to know if you have any questions about it. So if you're wondering anything about it, like how it can help you or any other details, just let me know in the comments down below. And in the meantime, right now, I want to show you a sneak preview inside the course, just so you can see what it's all about. You can see here, we're at my login page for the course, and I have all my courses here, but we're just going to talk about the Complete Beginner's course. And when you first log into the course, this is what you get. And you can see there's a lesson on the right. You can just press play and, follow along with the lesson. And on the left side here, you can see is the navigation menu. And there's a bunch of stuff in this course. There's 5 chapters. In the first chapter, we go over all the basics of guitar, like posture, the basics of strumming, tuning your guitar, all the stuff that you need to know going into it so that you're playing in tune and holding the guitar right so you don't hurt yourself, all the essential beginner stuff. And then as we move on, in the second chapter, we learn the easiest chord progressions on guitar. And then we develop our strumming. We learn all the essential chord shapes. And then in the final chapter, we learn how to see the bigger picture. There's also a bunch of audio play-alongs that are organized, in a really easy way, just like the course, so you can just follow along with all this stuff. You can download the whole pack if you want to get it on your iPhone or some other device. And then there's a bunch of bonus content. My practice plan, a chord shape cheat sheet, a video on how to use a capo, how to change your strings. All you do is just click on the lesson, press play, and that's all there is to it. About the actual, what you're going to learn in the course, the real meat of it starts in chapter 2, once we're in tune. And if you look here, we start off just learning a chord shape. And then we learn another chord shape, and then we put them together. And eventually, all the way from here to here, we slowly build up to the point where we can actually practice some real songs that use those chord shapes. I've recommended some YouTube tutorials here. And then we move on and we learn another pair of chords that are super easy to switch between. You could play C and F major 7, just moving 2 fingers, and it'll let you play like Imagine by John Lennon and a bunch of other cool songs. So you see, we just go through that whole process again with new chord shapes. We practice switching between them. We work on clearing up the chord shapes and making them sound good. We work on adding even a simple strumming pattern to it. And then we do that with another couple chords. And at this point, just after this chapter, you'll be able to play along with tons of songs using some really simple chord shapes, because I just want to get you playing music right away. And as we move on, we develop our strumming by clapping. Clapping helps build up our internal rhythm. And from there, we take those clapping patterns that we learn how to hear by clapping, and then we actually put them on guitar. And then we have, in the next chapter, that's where we learn all the essential chord shapes. This chapter has everything you need to play all your favorite songs. You'll have all the strumming patterns, all the essential chord shapes. We go through it in a very systematic but organic way. This is how I would teach lessons. I don't just make my students learn a bunch of chord shapes. Now do this, now do that. We'll learn a couple, we'll learn how to use them, and then we'll move on. Finally, in the 5th chapter, this is where we put all those music skills together. We learn about form and how to use it to build longer chord progressions, how to read a chord chart, how to add chords together, how to kind of mix and match chords together. This stuff is designed not only to show you the things you need to know, but to show you how to use it so you can actually play guitar. This course has already helped hundreds of people, and I just want to share with you some of the ways that that's happened. As a middle-aged woman, I wanted a way to relax and have always wanted to learn an instrument. When I stumbled across Good Guitarist, his tutorials were very easy to follow, and it was only up to me how fast or slow I wanted to learn. With encouragement emails to keep me on track, I am so grateful to James for having such a great product. This next one's from Rick. He says, I last touched a guitar about 50 years ago. I explored many options on the internet. Once I stumbled on some of James's YouTube offerings, I explored more and found Good Guitarist. My ability ramped up fast. Without this course, I'm not sure where I'd be. Thank you, James. And I get messages like this all the time from people who have tried to play guitar, or maybe they're just getting started on guitar and they want to do it the right way and actually get to the point where they're playing through their favorite songs. You know, that's something that I've always done, is I've kept the goals really simple, things that we actually want to do with guitar. So if this sounds like something that'll help you learn guitar better, faster, you know, learn it the right way, I want you to click the button below. We'll take you through the entire process from start to finish, you know, from purchasing the course, setting everything up. It's really easy. All you gotta do is just log in, press play, and that's it. You're gonna get better at guitar in a matter of days, weeks, months. It's totally up to you. You can learn at your own pace.